It's Freedom Friday, y'all. Welcome, 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 welcome. I tell you, it's been one heck of a week. Actually, past couple of weeks, it's been a little hectic for me. So, what I did want to come on today and welcome you to Freedom Friday, where we talk about anything that we want to talk about, whatever is on our mind. I am in my office today. So let me tell you, a lot of the videos you've seen me shooting from a recliner, and that's because I've been trying to get my office together. And so what I want to talk about today, Friday, on my Welfare to Winning Wednesday. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that video. I talked about procrastination, right? So here's how that ties into today to my office. This is Freedom Friday. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about in your life. What's going on with you? Are you having a hard time getting started? Where are you at in your journey? So I'm going to talk about my office. So I started doing YouTube last year, and you might go back and if you scroll through my videos, I was under the name of Breaking Out of My Shell, and I did some videos because I was talking about again getting out of debt, finding Dave Ramsey, and different things of that nature. Um, then I got back into survival mode where I wasn't posting videos that I was trying to work and hustle and do all these things, so I wasn't staying focused on um, developing my channel and reaching my audience the way that I wanted to reach them. And I was doing all the things, and then I started buying equipment. So that's what I want to talk about I want to talk about my office here. So let me just share a couple things with you. Let's see what we got. Um, One thing I got is I got this tripod, the one that moves with you. So when you move, it moves. Um, and so you'll see it kind of follow me a little bit. So I've been doing all these things trying to get ready to uh, become a content creator and share my story via YouTube. The other thing is I bought, if you can see here, I bought my, I don't think I charged this thing, but if you look, I've had I've had this for probably about 4 years now because I actually started talking about doing a YouTube channel before I even left Detroit. So I bought this 4 years, over 4 years ago before I even came to South Carolina. If you guys don't know, I moved to South Carolina back in 2021. But I bought this thing in Detroit, and it just sat in the box because I was talking about I was going to do. I was I was going to get on YouTube, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to share at that time. That was at the height of the pandemic, and I was living in Detroit. I got um, these lights. I even got my own headphones. I was gonna be doing the thing, right? I was gonna be doing the thing. I was saying, I'm gonna do it. This is the year I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start my YouTube channel, and couldn't figure out what I wanted to start it on. So, procrastination. I fell back into the same routine of um, just survival mode. You're gonna always hear me mention that because that is where um, that's the cycle I'm trying to break out of, right? So I was caregiving back in Detroit, and I was doing Lyft and stuff like that. And I was, trying to make money and pay bills. And, I was just concerned about what was happening then. I wasn't really thinking about the future. Now, if I think about it today, what if I had have started my channel back in 2020, 2019, 2021 even, right? Where would I be? And I can't really say where I would be because I didn't really know what I wanted to share, right? I didn't know what I was going to talk about, what my channel was going to be about, even if I could be inspirational or whatever. I just was really, I really didn't know. I knew that I wanted to do, um, I wanted to do a YouTube channel, but I just didn't know. So sometimes we put off things for so long, and you look back and years have gone by and you haven't done the thing that you want, that you said you were going to do. There's quite a few things that I said I was going to do, um, which I'm putting in motion now. I'm putting in progress now. I said I was going to write a book. I'm doing that now. I've got it outlined. I've started um, developing my story, talking about my life, the way I ended up um, where I am. I'm talking about my upbringing and how I saw money, what I didn't know about money, on and on and on. So it's going to really highlight my life. My book is highlighting my life from childhood uh, till now, right? But I always said I wanted to be an author, and I just kept going with life, raising kids, getting jobs, paying bills, you know, ups and downs. And so that's something I procrastinated on. And I really had to force myself to stop and say, you know what, take some time and do what you said you were going to do. Same thing with the YouTube channel, and there's a lot of things that I started and I didn't finish because I kept saying, I need money now. I can't, think about paying off a bill in or putting away for a retirement. Let's say that I can't think about that now. I'll think about that later. Well, later is here, child, and I'm 57 years old. I'll be 58 this year. Um, Back in the day, I used to say I wanted to be retired by the time I was 55, and that was something that I said based upon the fact that I wanted to be an author, kind of like the James Patterson. I used to like to write a lot of stories. So, and I used, I was great at telling stories, making stories up, and, jotting them down or what have you. And I never did anything with it. So here I am, almost 60 years old. I hadn't done anything that I said I wanted to do in life. I just allowed life to happen, and procrastination, to stop me from doing the things that I wanted to do. And that's the sad part. So I don't know where you are in your journey. I don't know if you're near 60, over 60, if you're in your 40s, wherever you are, stop, pause, stop procrastinating, right? Do make one step towards your goal, something you said that you were going to do. You know, I'd like to know what it is. Drop in the comments, what are you doing, or what have you not done that you want to do and that you know you've been procrastinating on, right? I have been procrastinating not on just on the YouTube channel, not just on writing the book, not just on retirement when I wanted to. And part of it was survival mode, and other parts were procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it, next week. I'll do it. So what am I going to do to change that? I tell myself, if I talk to my audience and I hold myself accountable and I have my audience hold me accountable, when I say I'm going to do a Freedom Friday, a God, Money, and Me Sunday, a Momentum Monday, a Welfare to Winning Wednesday, all of these things I'm coming to the forefront because I'm not just saying them to myself anymore, where I can put it off and not hold myself accountable for the things that I said I was going to do. But now I'm saying it to my community. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to show up. This is what I'm going to do to communicate or to share with you on these days, these specific times. This is the topic I'm going to talk about. So if I put it out there, then I have to hold myself accountable, as well as having my community hold me accountable because, hey, Shell, you said you were going to do this and you're not doing it. So this is the great thing about getting out there and not trying to be perfect. Because I'm like, hey, I got to have all this equipment. I've got to have this room set up. I've got to have, things I want to talk about, things I want to share, that's important. But I told myself last year, just start, and I did. And I just started. I was riding in my car. I was sitting in my office. I was, in my kitchen and different things. I was doing the things because I told myself, just start. But then I was still struggling financially, and I'm like, okay, I'll do the video tomorrow. I'll come on, I'll do this, a couple of days. So, and then tomorrow became another day, and then slowly but surely, I wasn't posting videos anymore. And then, so when I started to think about what I wanted to talk about, really how I wanted my format to be, how I wanted my content to be, how I wanted to share, I'm here again. So I didn't give up. I just had to come back and talk to myself again and say, what are you doing? When I went back and saw when I started posting videos, I'm like, oh man. So this is my Freedom Friday. This is what I'm talking about, procrastination to get my, getting movement and the things that I really want to do. And so I want you to do the same thing. Comment below. Let me know what you're working on or what you want to work on, how you're going to get started. How can I encourage you? How can we motivate each other? This is not just about me. This is about other people too. They're stuck in the same mold that I'm stuck in. We got to help each other get out. So, if this video resonates with you, if you like the Freedom Fridays, let me know. Hit the bell notification, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. And this is what we're going to do every Friday. Let's talk about what's going on in our lives as we move forward. Also, I will see you on Sunday for another episode of God, Money, and Me. I want you to join me for that. It doesn't lend itself to being any particular faith or religion. It's just us and what, talking about what the Bible says about money. I share a couple of scriptures. You talk about what you got out of it, if you get anything out of it at all. And, you might even want to comment or drop a scripture yourself that encourages you, okay? So that's where we're at. I hope this video found you well. Have a great weekend. See you on Sunday.